President Trump made this decision in part because of the images he saw from the chemical weapon attack, the beautiful babies, in his language, that were killed. How do you square that with President Trump also banning refugees coming in from Syria? I understand wanting more intense vetting. I certainly get that. But if we're talking about beautiful babies being slaughtered, why not allow Syrian refugees who are children and maybe their mothers to come in after they've been vetted?
His focus has always been from the very beginning, and I've seen this and witnessed this in multiple occasions. He very much believes in the responsibility of keeping Americans safe. That is very strong with him. That's something he wants to do. So when this refugee situation came up, he actually challenged the community and challenged his team and said, prove to me that you can vet properly so that we can keep American people safe. And I think in these areas, they said they couldn't vet properly. They said they didn't have enough information. And I think you've got a president here who's not going to risk American lives and have that threat when it can't properly be vetted. But you also see a president who is compassionate, who is very much not going to put up with violations in chemical weapons use, because he saw that this week very much as not only a national security risk, but also an international security risk.
But certainly you don't think Syrian children pose a risk to the American people.
Well, Syrian children have to come with Syrian adults, and you don't know. It's hard to know based on the vetting process. And that's unfortunate that we can't find that out. But hopefully we'll get to the point that we can. But as you heard, there was a refugee on the news yesterday that basically said, look, he's in the United States, but he's waiting for everything to be worked out in Syria because he wants to go home. He wants to be with his family. I think that's, at the end of the day, we need to remember Syrians don't want to live somewhere else. They want to be home. They want to be with their family. They want to be with their loved ones. And that's the focus of why the airstrike happened this time, which is to try and move that political solution, move any of these careless acts that are just meant to cause horror, not on the people that they claim are ISIS, but on actually the innocent civilians that are in the area. And so I think you're seeing the president handle both of those responsibly, and I think he's keeping Americans safe, and he's also trying to do what he can to protect innocent civilian citizens in Syria.